Hi, viewers of Sounding Board. Katie is here tonight to talk to us about the Slender Man movie. What'd you think of it?
Well, truthfully, I'm kind of a little bit half-half on it, because the movie was doing good, but there's some parts that just feel like it was a letdown.
What was a letdown to you?
I, truthfully, to be honest, I was hoping that they were going to go into more of the Slender as a rival as, the idea setting for the movie. And he seemed like he was going like that in the beginning. Then they ended up bringing out the laptops and going on the creepypasta sites, and then I was like, okay, you became like everyone else.
But if they went Slender the Arrival, then you're just watching a video game being played, and people don't like paying to see those anymore.
Well, they could have done more with it. Could have even did stuff like more of the beginning.
More the mythos of him.
Yes, but it just seems like it was more rushed into this.
That they shoehorned the whole internet mythos that he was created through the internet, this
Yes,
ghost.
and the movie they watched was pretty much like watching The Ring.
Yeah.
So it became nothing.
So it's like you didn't really summon him. He's not really an evil spirit from some Lovecraftian realm.
Well, especially where like one of the moments where after they watch the movie, one of the girls get kidnapped, and then you have this sort of feeling because you see one of the characters, the main characters, stuck at the house with her sister, and then you feel like Slender Man's there throughout the whole time because you hear the noise and everything else, but it turns out it's the girl's father. And I was like, no, that should not have been. It should have been more.
So, what would you say? Did you say there's too many characters in the film, and it should have been consolidated down to maybe one character?
I think it should have consolidated down to probably less than that.
None?
No, like, I say two characters are good, but they had like four girls, no guys. The only guys that is pretty much the side character, and you only get him like, 20 minutes out of the whole movie, maybe less than that?
It's usually scenery. Tom?
Truthfully, that's all you. Not only that, I hate that you did not even know the character's name. Literally, you walked into the movie. It took more than, I want to say, 45 minutes until someone said the character's name.
Also, you also were saying that this is Twilight.
Yeah, throughout the whole movie, it seems like Twilight. The guy's making out with the girl on the bed. No, on the couch. Twilight. I mean, literally, every scene was like being shot at Twilight. I was like, oh my god, I'm reliving Twilight with Slender. My high school years complete.
That's where me and Robbie are watching it. It's a hodgepodge of horror films.
Yes, but truthfully, I was expecting like some kind of romantic Slender Man with the girl, because it just seems like it after she had sex on the couch with some other guy. It just seems like it was going to happen that way.
You didn't watch the same film that we did. Sex on the couch?
Well, no.
Did you fill these parts in?
No. No, more like making out, truthfully, to be honest. But it's still, the idea is still there. There was literally like you weren't even watching a horror film at all.
No, you weren't really watching a horror film.
All you were watching was jump scares, and half the jump scares were good, half of them were weak.
Well, most of them were weak to me and Robbie.
Well,
we were watching
because
it.
you know every single horror thing.
We're watching it. I'm watching it. I'm feeling this is Stranger Things, but with older characters.
And guess what? I never watched Stranger Things. Yay! I saved myself.
Yes.
So,
I've never seen Final Destination. I knew what that was.
Well,
I knew what Evil Dead was at the end.
Screw you.
I knew what
Well, I know Slender, and I can tell you.
Silent Hill is.
I wish I had more of the Slender from the Arrival game. Like, truthfully, the girl who got captured first was named Katie. Now, in Slender, her name was Kate. And throughout the whole time, I was like saying, of course she's going to get captured first. I mean, it's just obvious guess she's going to get captured first. And of course, what happened? She got captured first. However, they went off saying her name is Katie, not Kate. So I was like, okay, what approach are they doing with this? So throughout the whole time, I was like thinking, this is a parallel universe probably. But then we never got Laura. and we never got any talk about the boy. Oh, and my next thing I wanted to see, since I know Kate got taken away, I was expecting her to become as a proxy. I guess there's no proxies in this movie.
That's what I was asking. Does she become a thrall with one of the characters? Since a proxy is just a thrall.
A proxy in Slender Man is pretty much a slave to Slender.
That's what I'm saying, a thrall.
Yeah. And I was waiting for that to happen. I was waiting for Katie just to walk up to one of them and just literally attacks them, drags one of them back. It would have been a cool scene to watch, because they would be thinking, oh, we found her, but no.
Like take the little sister?
Oh, that would have been cool if she actually took the sister as a proxy.
And then have...
it would have been more meaningful.
Have the movie end with Tom as the narrator instead?
No, you see Tom walking to school, and he sees Slender.
But he's the narrator, and then as he finishes his last bit of narration, he's then dragged into the bushes and man-raped by Slender Man.
I can tell you've been watching way too much horror films.
I've been watching too much of Outlander.
And then you expect them to actually be horror buffed.
Well, the thing is I kind of expected this to be more scarier, the way you talked about it.
Well, it was supposed to be scary, but it felt like...
You stress that's supposed to be.
But it's no wonder it was rated PG-13.
Maybe that's why they went PG-13, is because they wanted to get more younger audience in.
Well, it is only for younger audience. Truthfully, the game I played today as a live stream felt more horror than this.
But the funny part is they're looking at to get a younger generation in, but the generation that grew up with Slender Man has already grown up. Yeah. See what I'm saying? They can go see R-rated films like Deadpool.
I was in high school when the original Slender Man came out. I played the original game and the Slender Arrival, and I love Slender Arrival the best. I keep replaying it.
But even from what I know about the mythos, it didn't stick to the mythos well of the character.
No, it didn't. It went like far, like someone... Okay, imagine someone had a dartboard, and they were like, okay, this is my idea, this.
They cherry pick.
Yes, and let's just throw a dart. Okay, that's where we're gonna go with. That's pretty much what it felt like.
They cherry picked all the good ideas.
And then, like, there's some good ideas, like when they were talking to one of the girls. I was hoping she'd become a proxy. You know, like, I was waiting for proxies way too much in this film. And I think that was what was killing me. Is like, I was waiting for something else. Because I know what Slender will do. And
I was waiting for Sam and Dean to end the movie earlier.
Well, that's your freaking choice.
Hey, the Winchesters are awesome.
Yeah, but you kept talking throughout the whole movie.
When they were on the internet, they sure looked at Ghostfacers. They would have told them how to put Slender Man back in the bottle.
Well, especially like in the game. Instead of going online on the computer saying, okay, how do you summon Slender Man? In the game, the only reason why they summoned Slender Man is because they remember as little kids going in the woods and they saw him and decided to reopen Pandora's box, and by going back to it, trying to look for him.
It sounds like in the game, he's more of a Stephen King monster.
Yes.
Just wandering around aimlessly, and he caught the whiff of their souls.
Truthfully, the only time you ever actually fully getting attacked is by Slender when you're getting the 8 pages. You can also get it during the time when you're trying to collect gas and trying to power up the machines, but Slender doesn't really attack you. You get more attacked by the proxies than you do for Slender.
So any other words you'd like to say about the film? Would you recommend it to people, or would you say stay away?
I would recommend it just to check it out. You know, if you have not had so much horror buffed ideas like Russ over here and Robbie over here.
I haven't had that many. I don't like horror movies as it is.
Truthfully, if you like Twilight and you like...
If you like Twilight, that's a good response.
I know.
If you like
Twilight and a little bit of horror and you want nostalgia in your head, come see this movie.
Twilight.
But don't come...
Slender Light? The movie?
Don't come if you think it's going to be like the game.
Slender Man, the Eclipse. Slender Man, Full Moon Rising.
Freaking you, Russ.
Slender Man Endgame.
Just don't come for the for nostalgia. That wrecked me a little bit. And don't expect like too much of Slender, because truthfully, The only time Slender was even great is probably when he was even on camera.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there. His best scenes are when he's not being shown.
Yes, because like I liked him as a shadow more.
Well, the best scene overall with him in the film is the bookstore.
I know that was like the greatest.
But
now,
luckily,
end,
if they decided,
not only that, I'm sorry you got interrupted, but at the end when you're going up against him, it felt like weak as hell.
I thought I was watching Evil Dead without the rape.
Because it just seems like there was literally nothing but tentacles pulling the girl and making her into a beautiful. I'm not gonna wreck the ending if you decide to go.
She becomes a tree, just like Evil Dead. The end.
Well.
Watch the sequel, Slender Man, Bohemian Rhapsody 2. You know this is a G-rated channel.
Good thing it's Wasteland TV.